Oh. Run, Rudolph! Listen to the Christmas music, y'all. Of course. Alright. Oh shit. Oh, I'll put it away. 1 second. According to Music Choice, that I'm just reading on the TV, Hasbro makes Play-Doh scented cologne. Did y'all know that? I did not know that. Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another creepy book club is what I'm doing. Today I'm going to be talking about the book, the series, I guess, Nevermore by Kelly Cray, and I'm not holding it. Hold a book anyway. Anytime I hold a book anyway, like whenever I go to edit these videos and I'm holding a book, what I do like the most is like swing it around. So it's probably a good thing that I'm not holding it. I'll just use my hands like normal. So the series Nevermore is about a female protagonist, Isabel, that meets the dark and mysterious and Edgar Allan Poe obsessed Varen. Basically, like in the first book, what we find out is kind of Varen and his creativity and all this stuff and obsession with Poe, along with the help of the demon Lilith, which we find out later on, have kind of opened up this world. It's almost like, it's really hard to describe. Like we're only like 2 minutes into this video and I'm already not describing the book well, but it's almost, it's like a dream world, I guess, kind of, or just like another reality almost. I kind of think of it, the whole time I was reading the series, I kind of thought of it as like a purgatory almost. But you know, along those lines, dream world, purgatory sort of thing. And Varen goes to this place as an escape, but of course Lilith is a demon and is using Varen to try and bring the two worlds together so that she can take over the real world for the most part. That's like in a very small nutshell is what this series is about. The reason why I enjoy it so much is because it's called Nevermore. It has a lot to do with Edgar Allan Poe and his stories, and you see like a lot of references you see a lot of references to that throughout the book, and it's just interesting to see how, like, within the confines of the story, the author Kelly Cray kind of comes up with explanations for some of the famous Poe mysteries, like the circumstances of his death and the Poe toaster, things like that. It's interesting to see how somebody, like, they're like, okay, so we have this story, so how would Poe's life kind of fit into that, and how, like, what explanations could we give for some of these things that, like, now in the real world we don't really know the full story, and we probably won't ever know the full story. I love Edgar Allan Poe, so pretty much as soon as I saw the first book, Nevermore, I was going to pick it up. There's 3 books total in the series. The other thing I really like about it, even though it's kind of your typical like teen book, opposites attract kind of thing, because Isabel is like on one end of the spectrum. She's a cheerleader, she's blonde, she likes pink, blah blah blah, of course, because she's got to contrast Varen, who loves Edgar Allan Poe, wears black, blah blah blah, you know, writes poetry, draws, you know, all that stuff. So very two like kind of stereotypical extremes here. And of course they fall in love. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? So that, in that sense, is kind of your typical teen fiction novel, but it does kind of get its uniqueness by adding in the Edgar Allan Poe bits, and it takes the female protagonist not like a totally different direction, but I just like the way that she handled herself. And because like because when you look at these two characters and you realize that Varen and Poe are connected in ways I'm not going to explain, but it has to do with like that dream world purgatory place. So at first, like as this is developing in the first book, I'm kind of thinking like, okay, like maybe this is gonna be a little bit more about Varen and he's gonna kind of end up being the hero of the story as he kind of has control over this world, or he thinks he does, that sort of thing. But it stays with Isabel the entire time, and she gets introduced into this world pretty much just like we do. So it was interesting to see how she remained the hero, and I won't tell you like why she has to do this, but throughout the series, she's trying to save Varen from himself, from other demonic forces. So I really liked how our female protagonist is the one and ride into, get on her white horse and ride into battle to save the love of her life. Very cool. I liked that. And I'm not saying this is the only book series that is like that. It's just out of the many books I've read, this is one, it's just another one that I think it was done well. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I think it was done well. But yeah, I think this series is a really good addition to Creepy Book Club. Sorry if I'm not talking too much about it, just because I am talking about the entire series. It's only 3 books, but they are kind of big books. So if I start to get into like the plot, each one, this is gonna be like a 30-minute video, so I'm just trying to keep it like the bare minimum. I definitely suggest going to like online if you're interested, like read the summaries of the book, because I am never good at summarizing books. I found anytime I try to describe a good book to somebody, like I just make it sound really stupid. And I'm like, but no, for real, it's good, just read the back of the book, read the back. So I suggest going to do that because you might get a little more insight into the plot. But it is very creepy. It is very, what's the word I'm looking for? It messes with your mind a lot. And yeah, if you like Edgar Allan Poe, I think you'll enjoy it at least a little bit. I love Edgar Allan Poe, and I really did enjoy it. Found it interesting, kind of melding together this fictional story and parts of his actual life and kind of bringing them together. Thought it was very cool. So I do recommend you go out and read this if you're interested, if it sounds like something maybe you would read, or maybe you could suggest it to somebody that you think would like to read it. And let me know your thoughts on it down below. If anyone out there has read it, I highly, highly doubt this. I'll read into this comment too much, but most of you guys that comment down there are guys, so I highly, highly doubt any of you have read this series. But I don't know, you could. There's nothing stopping you from reading this book. Nothing. Since most of you won't be able to comment on your thoughts on the book, I imagine, maybe then let me know what you think about the idea of taking Edgar Allan Poe and kind of putting it into like a fictional teen young adult type novel. Yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more of my face and hear more of my voice. And thank you if you're subscribed already. In case you want to read along with me this month, what am I reading? Oh, right, I'm reading this one. I actually have close to me, so I'm gonna hold it up. Oh, maybe. Okay, so if you do want to read along with me for the next Creepy Book Club next month, I'm reading The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. If you remember, I did a creepy book club on the same author's other book, The Scorpio Races, and this is one that's been around for a while and I've just never picked it up, but I thought I would give it a try this time. So should you want to read along, the Raven Boys? Yeah, until next time, stay strange. Bye.